Drivin Ivan here, and I am at the auction here, RM, Sotheby's auction. This is such a rare car, 1991 Istera Imperator, German car with a Mercedes engine, super rare, only 30 built. It's going to auction. I'm going to walk you around the whole field. Smash that like button and subscribe. Buy me a coffee if you like the content. But let's get going on this video right now. Oh my God, what a beauty. I saw this and my jaw just dropped to the floor. You know, when you've seen a car a million times on the internet and on TV, whatever, and you see it in person, it's so crazy for the first time. It's just like, wow, look at the gated shifter. Just, you know, 1991, but it might even look a little earlier. I'm just trying to think of like a, you know, Aston Martin Lagonda had the quirky digital dash, the first digital dash actually. These scissor doors are amazing. Here we are at the Biltmore, 5 liter. There you go. Probably the same engine that was in the 450 or what were they making in 1991? Yeah, but amazing. Look at that. Istera, powered by V8. Just wow, just a stunning car actually. And wow, there is a whole lineup of cars here, and I'm going to walk you through every one, as I said. So I'm going to actually get started, I think, back here, and we'll just work our way around, and that way I'll show you everything in order. Got some brass era cars here, and your standard Paganis and all sorts of things that are going under the auction block. RM Sotheby's. This is Moda Miami. You'll be seeing videos from me all week long with Moda Miami. So there we go. Okay, let's see what we got over here. Start us off. These are going for auction. Do we have estimates? We do. 3 to 3.5 million on this 2017 Pagani Huayra Roadster. I toured the Ferrari. Well, I toured the Ferrari factory too, but I toured the Pagani factory. What do you want to know about Pagani? Well, he was working for Lamborghini, and he basically convinced them to use carbon fiber in their cars. And Horacio Pagani, he manufactures everything, even down to the titanium bolts and things like that. Just incredible. There you go, special edition there. So there you go. If you want it, you'll have to pony up 3.5 million, they think. Feel free to comment and let me know what you think of any of this, really. Really cool, this Pagani Huayra forward, I would say Japanese style side view mirrors. But yeah, the carbon is really what he's famous for, and he actually paid with his own money for a fabrication tunnel for the carbon fiber, and the last Countach was, well, maybe not the last, but a Countach was built out of carbon fiber, and that was all Horacio Pagani. So he's got a very cool history. And again, if you want to see the Pagani factory, just search Drivin Ivan and Pagani factory, and I show you the factory. Plus my private tour of Lamborghini's museum back in 1999 with a Valentino Balboni Lamborghini test driver. Okay, here we go. Onward to this Bugatti here. This one is quite swoopy. I would say it looks a bit more racy than the normal Bugatti Chiron and Veyron and things like that. Chiron, by the way, was a race car driver. 4.8 million to 5.5 million on this 2024 Bugatti Bolide and Bolide. Who knows how to pronounce it? I'm sure some of you do, and you'll let me know in the comments. That's okay. That is okay. Go ahead and let me know any comment you have. But it is a lovely day here at the Biltmore, and here we go with more of the collection. Check this one out here. 1935 Auburn 851 in a blue purple supercharged engine, and they think it's going to get $800,000 to $950,000. That's what they think. What do you think? I love it. Very cool, very classy. Looks like a Accord a little bit. just a hair bit. Let me show you the interior here. By the way, there are cars scattered around the field right here. I believe that's from Curated. And what else do we got? Looks like we've got a 330 over there. That's a fast one, I believe. And I will probably take you out and show you these cars on the show field after I'm done walking through these auction cars. So stay tuned, watch the whole video. Have you liked this video yet? Thanks. Okay, 1984 was the year that this came out, and you have no idea how controversial this was if you weren't around. This was called the cheese grater side. And they went from that beautiful like Ferrari Dino 308 sort of aero look with the airflow, and then they came out with the cheese grater side. This one's in 1990, right before the 512 TR, but they expect 175 to 200,000. They all have H gates. Look at this tan with a red. That's pretty cool with the red dash. That's kind of unique, kind of a rare feature. And yeah, I think it's super cool. Yes, I do. Want to identify your Ferrari, but you don't really know what it is. Well, of course, you can look here and know that it's an 812 Competition, but you could also look at the dash and tell you the same thing. Red and black is the theme in this one as well. And yeah, modern Ferrari. Look at this, Celine S7. Wow. Not every day you see a Celine S7, is it? I don't think it is. That is awesome. Check out the shifter in there. Definitely a timepiece. 2007 Celine S7. LM in this case, the Le Mans race car look. A lot of carbon on this one too. And stunning. It is stunning, huh? I'm doing sort of an auction preview here, just walking you through each car, and I like to shoot my videos like you're my car buddy and we're just walking around together looking at cars. That's the way I model them. This one, McLaren Speedtail. I'll show you what I mean in a second. This to me is the one I would have. I love this McLaren. 2020, they are saying $1.95 to $2.35 million. Center seating, two of your friends on the side, but this is it. The Speedtail. Oh my God, I love this. I've seen this at what is that place called in the Naples area. There's one at that dealership down there. Gulf Coast Motors, sorry. Gulf Coast Motorsport. Cool place. They had one for sale. Wow, just stunning. It's kind of like the Art Deco look that we even saw on that Auburn in sort of today's world. I don't think there's many cars that are better looking than this. You know, there's a lot of very swoopy cars these days, but I think they've lost some of the grace and style that cars of the past have had. And, you know, they just kind of all look the same, to be quite honest. I know that'll probably offend some of you, but that's what I think. Unfortunately, the wind tunnel and sort of the modern performance levels sort of make all the cars look the same in a way. And so we've lost a bit of the styling. However, when Zagato does a car and you have that double bubble roof here, that is maybe an asterisk to what I just said, because Aston has done it right here. But let me tell you what this one is going to sell for. It looks like a Stradale car, Challenge Stradale or something like that. Pilati Ferrari 488 Pista Resistance, and they expect 850 to $1 million. I think it's offered without reserve. That's kind of bold. But this one here, yeah, Zagato. I've always been a fan of Zagato, and you know, I had the Lancia Zagato, so you know that was a sort of a blending of Lancia and Zagato back then in the day. Targa convertible with the roof folding back. But there you go, the DBS GT Zagato, 1 to 1.5 million. And yeah, the kind of a gray that's very, very sparkly with the blue interior and a little bit of white stitching. Yes, sir. Maybe it's off-white, but it looks beautiful and very swoopy. I have reviewed a few Aston Martins, the Lagonda, the DB9, and also the, which one? The Vantage, the V8 Vantage S. And I gotta say, there is something to driving an Aston, and you really do feel like you're James Bond. It's an added bonus. This one, a 550 Maranello from 1999. I recently reviewed it. I've reviewed it twice. There's a very old review that I did, and then I reviewed it again, calling it the best used Ferrari you can buy. This one's without reserve, 225 to 275. Must have very low miles. Wow, talk about rare colors. Look at this Porsche right here. It's kind of a, well, Nissan would call this a sunset bronze if it was a little darker. I'll be reviewing at some point, probably later this year, a very exquisite and very rare Datsun, actually. That's getting a full restoration. So that's cool. Tiptronic here. How about that? But yeah, it's a 968 Cabriolet. And they are expecting $55,000 to $65,000. Very beautiful. I think I do have a review of the 968 somewhere, but I definitely have many 944 reviews to predecessor. But yeah, large four-cylinder engine, like 3 liters, and that's pretty cool. I bet this next one is a Myers-Manx. We will see. Manx. Pretty much speed buggy. If you're Gen X, then you remember speed buggy. It's worth looking up the cartoon. It was really funny. It was orange in that case, but speed buggy could talk and was really the main character. Sort of like Scooby-Doo was the main character of Scooby-Doo. Speed buggy was a little more obscure, but great cartoon. But yeah, Myers-Manx, the original Dune buggy, super cool. And wow, what a day! What a day! And I'm barely even into this field so far. Just amazing cars everywhere you look today. All right, what do we have here? This one is super cool. McLaren 2020 Senna GTR LM25. My Targa 66 video has another Senna. I believe it was Brian Redmond's, if I'm not mistaken. But yes, if you watch my review of the Lotus prototype that I just did, I have Brian Redmond sending you guys a little message from me, which is kind of cool. But there you go, the LM25, super rare version of this car, and super fast GTR McLaren, and it doesn't get more collectible than this one, I would say. It looks lean and mean and black. So that's kind of interesting, I guess. Usually they have got some color blowing through them, but this one is just a beast. Look at it. They expect $2 to $2.5 million, and I have no reason to doubt them, honestly. Before I go over there, I'll show you this one. And we'll also show you something else that's going to amaze you. 1937 Delage D8 120 coach Aerosport. I'll get over there on the other side. But again, this Art Deco styling that I'm talking about is right here. Stunning, huh? Just walk around here as people are prepping for this show. Show you the instrumentation interior here. Very nice, very exquisite, very lovely. Absolutely. But yeah, this is an auction day, and people are really trying to figure out what they're going to buy and if it's right, and they have experts that are there to help out the buyers, really, hired by the buyer to inspect the car, maybe find the car, maybe even bid on the car for them if they don't really want to show their face. I'm sure a lot of very well-known people who have car collections do that. They might not want to show up themselves. So what are they expecting for this F40? $4 to $5 million for a 92 Ferrari F40. Now I'm going to show you something super rare. Maybe the rarest car here, 1953 Ferrari 166 250 Mille Miglia lightweight competition spider Abarth. Carlo Abarth was modifying a lot of cars, but Ferraris certainly. This is from the Scuderia Guastalla, and that is Scuderia, of course, means racing team. The prancing horse badge that you see on all Ferraris is called the Scuderia. Well, that's actually the one that's more sort of heart-shaped almost. That is officially the Scuderia badge, adopted by Enzo Ferrari very early on, like when he was with Alfa probably, and he was actually going to race on his own, and his friend of the family had died in a fighter jet in World War I, and they said that he should use the badge to bring him good luck, and the rest is history. But of course Abarth has the scorpion there, and that's why still to this day, I have a hilarious video of the electric Fiat 500, and when you press the accelerator, it emits a very cool, very Carlo Abarth sort of sound, even though it's an EV. Awesome. This one is like it almost has a Testarossa look too, kind of pre-Testarossa. The 166 was the really first kind of pontoon fender road car, a race car that they had. It was just so stunning. It is one of my favorite Ferraris. Most people pick the 62 GTO, which I just showed you the Bianco special at the Mecum Kissimmee auction, and it's nice to see that car being driven all over the place by David Lee Collector. Awesome that he just drives it around, and that's just, I love that. But they have a lot of history on this car here. So maybe you can press pause and read a little bit more if you are interested. But wow, totally stunning, huh? 1991 Porsche reimagined by Singer, and 1.4 million basically. These are really just Porsche 911 to the nth degree. This one is looks like early. It's not quite done to the standards the way they do them right now. This is a little understated, I would call it, but super cool nonetheless. What do we have here? Let me help them out. Take this off. Okay, I'll charge them a cleaning fee. This one's awesome. Targa. Now, if you search Drivin Ivan, I bought the cheapest Porsche 911. I'll tell you what I paid for my Porsche 911 Targa, and you'll be shocked. Certainly. But that's okay. Look at this beautiful, beautiful day. Beautiful hotel, the Biltmore, down here in right near Miami, Florida. Stunning. Aston Martin DBS 770, the ultimate Aston of that era, I think a couple of years ago. 300,000 to 400,000. Look at the beautiful day glow, kind of lime yellow Aston Martin Spider. Beautiful car. And it could be the deal of the auction. Speaking of that Scuderia badge, there you go. Scuderia Ferrari. And so the rest is history. He raced for Alfa Romeo. He raced, and then he raced with Alfa Romeo, and then he ended up managing their team. When he left them, they told him he couldn't build cars for, I don't know if it was 5 or 10 years, but 1948 came around and he started building Ferraris, and they have the Scuderia badge on them to this day. And it's great to see that. They're starting to do crazy stuff with that badge. Sometimes they make it silver or what have you. But this is pretty darn cool. Let's see what the estimate is for this Ferrari. 2015, 6 million to 7 million. Some people think that's a funny name. A friend of mine does. It's Ferrari. The Ferrari. Ethel Thayer. Sounds like I'm lisping. Anyway, it's pretty funny. But all in black here. I think it'll get all the money, $6 to $7 million. Somebody's got to take that leaf out of there. It's not going to be me. I'm not going inside there. I don't want to get screamed at. Look at this, by the way. Speaking of Aston Martin, we'll get to that. Don't worry. This one, oh my God. Wow. Just stunning. These Ferraris are, these early Ferraris are just exquisite, aren't they? Just nothing that you don't need. H-gate shifter here. There's the power windows down here. The fans, I'll call them fans, you know. I don't think there was really much ventilation going on, but Luigi Chinetti, he told Enzo that Americans want convertibles, and Enzo responded. He sent cars like this over. This, the 365 GTS. Kind of looks a little like a 330 if it had a roof on it, but it is the 365 GTS, $2.5 to $3 million. Of course, Pininfarina design. You didn't really have to ask, did you? There's the badge now. I've got a Fiat Barchetta actually, and Pininfarina only designed the interior. Actually, it was done by Fiat Stile, the in-house design team. But Marcello Gandini is the one who penned this absolute classic masterpiece, Lamborghini Miura S in this case, and it's in lime green with the blue. My favorite color combination for this car. Oh my God, it has the H-gate. Of course, everybody knows by now the classic story that very successful Ferruccio Lamborghini could really own anything he wanted. Those beautiful eyelids there. And he was unhappy with the transmission on his Ferrari, and he complained to Enzo, who kept him waiting, and was ultimately told to stick to building tractors. So he got mad. He built the Lamborghini 350, and the rest is history. What a beautiful car that is, by the way, followed by the 450 front engine V12. Maybe there'll be one here, I'm not sure, but they're stunning cars. And as you can see, wow, 2 to 2.25 million. I would have it. It's a P400S, by the way. Knockoff wheels. Really the first supercar, many say, and I agree. And just stunning. 308 GTS. I have a full driving review of this. And as I said, the cheese grater sides, you know, when they came out on the Testa Rossa, they were replacing this absolutely beautiful, beautiful exterior here. Of course, the H-gate and everything else. All the switches and just, you know, not fast at all by today's standards, but these, believe me, it's not all about speed. It is an exquisite car to drive. I share the experience with you. I was so excited to be driving that car because it's just, you know, it's an icon to me. It's one of my favorite cars. Even though, again, they're not super fast. I like them even better than 328s because the 328s had ABS and they changed the wheels a bit. But this is not exactly resale red. It's a more rare color. And they're expecting 100 to 150, and I think that seems to be pretty fair money. That's what these have been going for a long time. Speaking of Ferrari, but not really Ferrari, we'll be getting to this one. This is a Dino, and they never had Ferrari badges on them if they were done properly. This is a Singer here, and looks like it is an auction car, so we can see. Let me just get a look at it inside. Oh, yeah. See, that one is, I think it's a little more done up than we just saw, although I love the Targa. This one is expected to fetch 1 to 1.2 million. Wow, surprising. 92, Porsche 911 reimagined. The 964 Porsche was the, Porsche 911 was the car they use as the donor car for these. And I have reviewed, I had a, actually a Carrera 4 Cabriolet, so I have a full driving review of that one. And stunning. To me, in my eye, they do look, the reimagination works, just looks absolutely amazing. That's a cool color combination on that one. And look at this one, kind of purple, a dark purple, but it's there, plum maybe. Yellow and black in the interior. Wow, Scuderia badge, but and the prancing horse Cavallino. Looks like they're pulling in a Lamborghini over there. 2025, brand new really. 225 to 325 offered without reserve. There you go. Wow, what a day. Not too bad of a day to be down here in Miami when there's snow up north. SLR, McLaren, Mercedes. What do you think? Who had one of these? Paris Hilton had one. I think Donald Trump had one. So yeah, they're pretty darn collectible. I don't know if this one has any celebrity history or provenance, but let's see. 2006 Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren. Wow. There you go. Take a still of that. Put it on your wall. You're welcome. Have you smashed that like button and subscribed to me yet? Have you subscribed? Are you liking this? Buy me a coffee if you would. Why not? Won't take much time. I'll have the link below for you. Onward we go. Speaking of cheese grater sides, this one had them. 348, and then the 355 were the next cars after the 308. And you know, it was it was shocking, I gotta say. It was definitely shocking to those that were used to that beautiful 308. But you know, progress, maybe, I don't know. They expect 225 to 275 for this 1993 Ferrari 348. It's a speciale, by the way. It is special, absolutely special. Beautiful right here. It's an A12 probably, blue and white. I would have it this way. This is a spec I would have. Yeah, it is just an 812 GTS, and it is in the proper color. 500 to 600K without reserve. Absolutely awesome. This one here is also blue with a racing stripe, like that. GT2 RS. Stunner, huh? All right, let's see how much they're asking for it. I'm gonna speed this video up. I love just checking them out and talking about them and taking them all in with you guys. 650 to 750 Weissach edition of the 2018 Porsche 911 GT2 RS. Yeah, this one here, that's got to be a pretty rare finish. Again, check out that Bachmann collection, which is mostly yellow, some red. Certainly interesting to watch, to check out. 488 Pista Spider 2020, and they expect 975 to 1.2 million. And the Aston Martin here, Zagato. You see the kind of Zagato design there with the fastback speedster inspired look there. I mean, it's got everything. It's got a dark red. It almost looks purple in some light. And I got to show it to you like this, right? Look at that. Ay, 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 ay. Wow. Here we go. How'd you like to be cruising around Florida in this today? Beautiful, beautiful day. Light breeze. 400 to 600,000 for the Aston Martin Vanquish Zagato Speedster. Okay, I'm going to double back here and show you some of these classics here. Look at that Cadillac. Look at that. Rolling down the avenue. I'm going to get me a Cadillac too. If it's the last thing I do, I got to get a Cadillac. I hope you'll watch my music videos too. 1947 Cadillac Series 62 convertible. $70,000 to $90,000. I think there's less and less people that really love these cars, so I think it's going to be tough on the market, I think. But still, they are exquisite, they're luxurious, they're rare, and they're beautiful. So I'm sure that some very young people would like to own these as well. Look at that one with the rumble seat out back. How cool is that? The money shot, there it is. All right. 1934 Packard 1108 12 individual custom sport Phaeton, all for the low price of $300,000 to $400,000. And this one here, all the way from Montana. You'll see a lot of Montana because that's Minnesota, but you'll see a lot of Montana because of the kind of tax break you get from licensing them there. That's the game. That's why you see it, and that's what happens. 16-cylinder Cadillac Roadster, officially the V16 Roadster is what it's called. Exquisite, huh? And they're expecting $300,000 to $350,000 for that one. Interesting color on this one. What do you guys think? I love it. I like the interesting rare colors. 1933 Chrysler Imperial dual windshield Phaeton. That's right, dual windshield. See? That's pretty cool. I can't stop staring at this one though. And again, I just think that is a beautiful, beautiful design, and modern too. How about that? Okay, onward we go. And we see this also from Minnesota, probably the same owner. Excuse the wind here, it is a windy day. 1934 Packard 1107 12 Phaeton, $350,000 to $400,000. Maybe someone is selling their collection. Maybe that's what's happening, huh? Here's your storage. There's your trunk space. How about that? Another Packard 12 here. And another rumble seat. And some more very stylish seating. And wow. To realize the comfort that goes into these cars. You know, the way cars are sprung now, even a luxury vehicle is very, very tightly sprung, so to speak. But I do review Rolls Royces and Bentleys, and I'll tell you, in my opinion, there is no more special car. The ride of a Citroen also, but a ride of a Rolls Royce is, to this day, something that everyone should experience. And it was David E. Davis, automotive journalist, who I met, I had the pleasure of meeting. He said, anybody who thinks they're worth anything should own a 12-cylinder automobile in their lifetime. And I think he's right. It's an amazing car to drive. I've driven many. haven't owned a 12-cylinder yet, so I'll have to. But 1938 Packard by Darren Gable. Wow, that is pretty cool. Look at that. So 1938 Packard 1601 8 convertible Victoria. Whew. I'm surprised I got through that name. It's a lot to say. 921. Here we go with 927. Yeah, I think it's definitely someone getting rid of their collection here. Periwinkle, I'd call this, not a periwinkle, I'm sorry, primrose yellow. Hello. Primrose yellow. Beautiful color. You'll see some Jags in this, maybe a slightly lighter tone than this one, but it's a 1936 Packard 1407 12 Sport Phaeton, and they expect it should go for $375,000 to $450,000. And here we go with a Bentley, and it looks like an R. I think it's a turbo R, and I think it's awesome. Look at the fender flares. Ooh. Black piping on the seat. Just luxury through and through. This was a very comfortable car also, but very quick. They never really quote horsepower figures back then. They just say it's more than adequate. Why would you be brash and talk about horsepower and such things as that? Why would you ever? Continental SC kind of fooled me. I mean, I thought it was going to be an R, but it's very aggressive and it's very cool. Back to the F50 there, and the Aston Martin, and La Ferrari. I already brought you down this row, so I'm just walking through, but I know you want to see these again. Why wouldn't you? 365 GTS Spider. Again, Luigi Canetti saying, bring me the convertibles. The people want them. So this one, if it is correct, notice the 6-cylinder engine, partially designed by his son, Dino. And he wanted to do a more affordable line of Ferraris. So they were actually called Dinos in honor of his son, who died too young, unfortunately. But you'll see that it has Dino and not Ferrari badging. And that is absolutely correct. The 246 GTL series, Berlinetta officially, 450 to 550. I remember these were going for 30K, 20, 30K, really. They were not as valued. It took a long time for collectors to like them, but they did. SLS AMG GT final edition 2015, and they are expecting $400,000 to $500,000 on this one. $400,000 to $500,000. This kid was looking at the fire engines. I did a separate video on the fire engines. So nice to see a young man enjoying the cars with his mom, who's taking the time to show him all these cars. It's really nice. I really loved cars when I was a kid, but I never went to a show like this when I was young. I love Ferraris though. The Corvette was my first favorite car. I owned it, I reviewed it. I love the shape, you know, the 70s third C3 and blue one, of course. And then my 928 was such a better car, Porsche, that I sold that one. And then the Ferrari 308 was really my second favorite car and remains a super favorite of mine. 2003 Ferrari 360 Spider. Trying to speed up a little bit here, but you know, each car is special. What are they expecting? $500,000 to $600,000 on this 2023 Ferrari SF90 Spider Atelier. And I forgot to tell you the price on this one. 2003, yeah, 180 to 220, maybe I did. But anyway, kind of an interesting color combination, wouldn't you say? Gray seats, gray top. I like it. This one looking very stealthy. Maybe they're trying to hide from radar, who knows. 2024 Lamborghini Revuelto. I show you this one in the Lamborghini factory. $500,000 to $650,000 offer without reserve. And also,
you gotta like throw the accent.
Check out that tour I did of the the Lamborghini Museum. I toured Ferrari also in 23. But watch my private tour with Valentino Balboni of Lamborghini in 1999. That's a special video. It's a two-parter because you couldn't upload more than 10 minutes at the time on YouTube. It's so long ago, actually. But yeah, special edition. And this is a Ferrari Super America Pininfarina. Oftentimes when they do the last versions of the cars, they do this, and this is awesome. Super rare color here. Not the normal resale red, very light interior with the piping to match. This is stunning. This is really awesome. It's a Michael Fuchs, and I showed you some of his special car collection at what was that? D Collection in Fort Lauderdale. I have a separate video that's already posted with just search Michael Fuchs, cars built for him. This one was a special edition back then. I remember the Jaguar XJ220 that I showed you guys. Nice story on that. Way back in the day. The owner also had one of these. Special edition Diablo back then. It is the SE 30th anniversary edition, 1994. And there you go. Kind of Alcantara in blue. Very, very special car back then. And this one too. It's the one we opened with. Love that. Just when you see a car that you've always seen in books and you've seen for many years, and all of a sudden it's right there in front of you. It's definitely kind of amazing. It's amazing to experience a car like that. Mercedes engine, They started building these earlier, actually, but this is a 91, and again, 650 to 850. They don't really know. As is, no dealer warranty. Yeah, I would definitely own this. There's no question. Or review it. So if the new owner wants to have a nice Drivin Ivan review of their car, if you have a cool car, do send me an email or just get in touch with me on Instagram. Same as the YouTube, Drivin IvanKatz, leaving off the G. And I can review your cool car. Be better if you were on the East Coast, but I can go anywhere, ultimately. Another Dino, this one the GTS, not the Berlinetta, but very nice to be able to take the top down. This one has the Ferrari Dino here, has the Daytona seats, Ferrari Daytona seats in there. Chairs and flares. 1974 Ferrari Dino 246 GTS with the fender flares and the Daytona seats and the gated manual and everything you want on your Dino, honestly. Dino GT. What do they say this one's going to get? What do they say it's going to get? Look at that. Exquisite detail there. This thing is in really great shape. They say it's going to get, wow, 800,000 to 900,000 because of the chairs and the flares. Again, look at those flares. Woo. Nice. They actually had a 2-liter version for some markets. That's pretty cool to know, right? Awesome. Again, you might be seeing some of these cars in the distance. I'm going to go ahead and show you these after I'm done walking through here, and we are making progress, but I don't want to rush things. I like to take each car in and show it to you. Do smash that like button for me. It really helps me with the algorithm. Also, if you subscribe. But here we go. 1971 Mercedes-Benz 280 SE 3.5 liter cabriolet. Matching hubcaps. I have a 74 Mercedes SL. Really needs a new owner, honestly, because it's not in great shape and needs some serious work. I do have a full driving review of it, but it's been sitting for a while. Long story, but it's currently at a shop and for sale. Send a tow truck and you can have my SL, which is blue on aqua blue, super rare color. Aqua blue top and aqua blue hubcaps on blue with a blue interior. That MB Tex interior that's so amazing. What I like about these, really, I should go back, because the big steering wheel in white is just amazing. And that's a kind of a special thing about Mercedes. This one is the one you want because it has the toggle switches. An earlier car, I do review a later one, 1970 I believe, but this is the 3.8 liter Roadster. 175 to 225 for this one. E-Type Series 1, 1961, super early car. The earliest ones, I believe, had a flat bottom down here, but look at that. Look at that, exquisite, just beautiful car on a day like this. It was a day like this when I reviewed it too. Just a wonderful driving car. I actually was more impressed than I thought I would be, to be quite honest, because I didn't think it would be that good. But just look at those wire wheels. It's the one you want. 250 SE Mercedes, and this is a rare color too, with the matching hubcaps. Absolutely stunning. Black steering wheel in this case. Manual gearbox. What a stunner. What a stunner. Absolutely amazing. Here we go. Aston Martin. I need to tell you the price on this one. That's what I need to do, right? Don't you want to know how much it's going to go for? Of course you do. '67 Mercedes-Benz 250 SE Coupe. All right, Vantage GT3. This is basically a race car. I don't know if you can drive it on the street. Let me know if you know. Aston Martin Vantage GT3 250 to 350. Looks like it'll win some races. That's pretty cool. Very, very fast. All right, Lamborghini race car. Pretty rare. I mean, Lamborghini was kind of never too into racing. But this one, the Diablo SVR 7 to 900,000 from 1996, is absolutely race equipped with the gated manual and looking bold, looking brash with its livery painted on there. Pretty cool, huh? But yeah, the Aston Martin is just a really, really nice car. Look at the contrast with that Mercedes there. It just, you know, the different cars all special in there. in their own way, just lined up here, is pretty darn cool, isn't it? Ferrari race car here next to this McLaren. That's what it's all about here. Really cool collection. Okay, 2022 McLaren 720S GT3X. Yes, sir. That's what it is. And then this one here, Ferrari 488 GT3 2017, 5 to 600K. I'm getting down low here to show you this, but this is what you want in your Aston Martin Zagato. And does it have the double bubble roof? Not actually, not quite. I'm surprised it doesn't, but it does have a roll bar for racing, cage, and look at that, wow. Whew. Racing seats. I wonder if it's, well, we can look. It'll tell us everything we need to know right here, right? Awesome. What a beauty. 2020 Aston Martin DB4 GT Zagato continuation. Yeah, I thought it might be a continuation, and I was right. I wish they would have put the double bubble roof on it. Excuse the wind, but hey, that's what you get. Looks like another beauty right here. Guess they'll uncork that one tomorrow. Seems to be kind of like, well, I'm not going to call it what it is. I'm just going to let it ride. I should be back to show you. Just search Moda Miami. I just did the Ferrari Cavallino Classic and the Miami Concours, and I'll be doing Amelia in a couple weeks, so look out for that footage. Just search Drivin Ivan in any car, including my truth about driving the Countach video, where I drive it and tell you all about it and try to clear up all the myths. 1967 Ford GT40 Mark I, and this is the street version, and I love it. I love these wire wheel GT40s. Look at that plexiglass there. This is a right hooker, right-hand drive. Beautiful, beautiful engine there. And onward to the Bugatti. Aren't they great? Look at this one. Silver, black, kind of a deep, beautiful red wine color. Just really, really nice, huh? It's the Veyron from 2006, 16.4 and 1.85 to 2.2 million dollars is what they're expecting. The auction's tomorrow night. I'll probably be there. This racing Porsche here, a 906. Yeah, it is a 906. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I didn't realize. Okay, I almost stepped on this man's beer. That would have been tragic if I stepped on that man's beer, wouldn't it? Anyway, Porsche 906. Stunning. These Porsche race cars are very rare. If you're ever down in Southwest Florida, go to the Revs Institute. They have so many of these down there. Look at all these instructions. Do not touch the vehicle body. Do not push the body. Push the tires only. They have so many instructions on a car like this. Look at that. Look how widespread this engine is. Just wow, that is awesome. Absolutely awesome. And let's see what they want for it. Does it have it? Yeah, that does. They're expecting 1.3 to 1.7 million for this 1966 Porsche 906. Now we come to just an absolute insanely beautiful, beautiful car. The long wheelbase Ferrari. It's kind of called the California. And Luigi Canetti, as I said before, he said, look, send me some convertibles because the Americans in Hollywood are going to eat them up. And all the stars bought them. All the stars loved them. And this is a 1959 Ferrari 250 GT, long wheelbase California Spider. One of the most beautiful cars. By the way, if you watched Ferris Bueller's Day Off, those were all fake. But this is the car that we're trying to recreate. And it, you know, any car person will know that when they see one that was in the Ferrari, when it was in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. By the way, I take you to Ferris Bueller's, the garage location for his Fred Cameron, and I show you that actual location in Chicago. So that's a good video to watch. But yes, Luigi Canetti, the distributor for Ferrari, he's the one who built the NART cars, actually North American Racing Team. But he said, bring me convertibles. The American stars will love them, and they did. People like Steve McQueen, he brought him over. But look at this car. I mean, there's not a bad angle on it. Everybody wants a 62 GTO, but you know, I'll take this one. Short wheelbases were beautiful too, but wow, stunning, absolutely stunning, and it's just. I think I'm not going to look at the thing, but I think the last I heard, where this car might be owned by Ferrari of Naples, and I thought they wanted like almost $30 million. I swear that was the ask price. So let's see what it says on the sticker, the expected auction results here. It says way lower than that, $6.5 to $7.5 million. So I was quoted wrong. That seems like a crazy bargain to me. If somebody just paid $38 million, David Lee, for the Bianco Special, which again I do show you, then I think that should be worth more. So to me, one of the most beautiful Ferraris available, I think it should be worth more, but that's just me. RS 3.8, Porsche 911 here. That's big. That's a big Porsche. There's a rare color Ferrari about to float on by here. Look at that. You don't see that one every day, do you? I don't think you do. But what do we have here? This is a 93 911 Carrera RSR, so there you go. 93 would make it a 964, and there's your prancing horse Cavallino badge. Just absolutely, just incredible Ferrari here. Look at this rare color right here as we look across the golf course here at the Biltmore. Looks like a wrap. I don't know. Let's see what it says. 2023 A12 Competition. Yeah, tailor-made. So it's not a wrap, but it is custom-made. Super cool, right? And then over here, this Aston Martin race car. Looks like a lot of people are, well, maybe a collection of these Aston race cars are going away. Do not start. Requires preheating to run. How about that? 2021 Aston Martin Vantage GTE. Wow, GTE. This one, I'm gonna make my way back over to the other side here and start this up again. 2016 Aston Martin V12 Vantage GT3. All right. Well, I'll go around this way. Why not? Obviously a Ford GT, the 2015 edition, or somewhere abouts there. Well, much later. 2022 Ford GT, 900 to 1.2 million. I think they originally came out in 2005, the first edition, and this is the second edition. Great, huh? I'd say so. Ferrari 355, H-Gate, Spider. These are beautiful cars. Very nice. This is a gray, a steel gray, with a little bit of blue and green in it, actually. It is a stunning color. I think they kind of cleaned up the cheese grater sides from the 348 and the Testa Rossa, and I think this one really was more loved by people. F355 Spider from 98, and they expect it'll get $200 to $250,000. 722S, this must be a rare Mercedes. Let's see. Looks like the McLaren. It's SLR. It is a McLaren. It's the Spider, I guess. Is it even more special than that? Let me know if you know in the comments. But let's tell you what they're expecting here. And they are expecting $600 to $900,000 for this 2009 Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren 722S Roadster. How about that? Ford GT40 done up in the beautiful Gulf livery. I want to put a Gulf livery on my 1970 Porsche 914 Superbird, I call it. You'll see why if you Google that car in Drivin Ivan. Now this is the Ferrari 365 GTC 4, I believe. And I have reviewed this one actually, 1972. I believe was the one I read. Look at this interior. I don't know if that was stock, but it's super cool. Maybe it is. Maybe I didn't know about this crazy cool, almost huge houndstooth looking, different than Porsche houndstooth, but looks like houndstooth a little bit. Yeah, 73 Ferrari 365 GTC. 4 is for the 4-cam. I wonder if I can show you the engine. I don't see why I can't. Look at that. It's got a little interesting. It doesn't want to lift up. It's closed. Oh well. But you can watch my full driving review and see the engine anyway. There you go. Mercedes AMG GT Black Series. This thing has some things going on it, doesn't it? Wow, interesting. Ferrari, it's got the GTO look here, and I like it when they do that. I like it when they kind of trace back to history and the styling. So this one gets my nod, but it is an F12 TDF, which is of course Tour de France, and it's the Atelier edition. And it's going to go for 1.8 to 2.2 million according to auction estimates. Again, this auction will be tomorrow night. I should be back here, so definitely watch that video. They are checking out the Ferrari GT here. I have another video on this one coming too. I just did it. I've seen this a couple times lately, all over the place. But these are incredible drivers' cars. I love that black and brown interior. Just really awesome looking, actually. Super cool. 2005 Porsche Carrera GT. And again, they expected to get 2.2 to 2.8 million dollars. And again, I'm just going to let you take this in because it's awesome. Oh my God. Got to be the car I would most like to drive out of here, I think. Yeah, definitely. That's the one. That's the one I want to drive out of here. How about you? Let me know in the comments. Don't worry, more to come, as promised. I'm going to walk you through the field back there. Okay, so here we go. The car's out in the field. Beautiful, huh? Drivin Ivan approves of this color. Blue with white interior and a dark blue or black piping. Hard to make it out, actually. Tan across the dash. Wow. Just exquisite cars with the suicide doors. They have a button you press to bring them in, actually. So it's amazing, really. That is really a looker. And the two-tone look there, wow, stunning. It's 2016. Sotheby's Motorsports.com. 4,545 miles. Can you imagine owning this for that long and only putting that many miles on it? Maybe if you're Elton John, because you have a whole bunch of them. Maybe. It's so nice when you gaze upon a car and no one's around it, just sitting here all alone. This early Ferrari. I don't know if it's 150 would be. It's too early for this, I think. It looks like a 166 on steroids a little bit. 166, of course, is the red Barchetta car. But I don't know, if you know the exact model, you should let me know in the comments. Beautiful, just beautiful Barchetta little boat. Don't worry, I didn't skip over the BB here, but it is a BB 512 and 365 also. This is a 512 rolling in a boxer. Really Ferrari's first supercar, I would call it. Stunning, huh? Yeah, it's got the H-gate. 33,441. That's more like it. Put some mileage on your Ferrari. Come on, people. I like high mileage cars that I don't really have to worry about too much. That's more of my speed, but you know, most of the cars you see out here on the show field are going to be super, super low mileage and super, super clean. You know, that's what you want to see on a Concours field, right? Of course. This, by the way, is another Weissach edition. 2018 Porsche 911 GT2 RS. Okay, Mercedes-Benz. That's what we got here. Wow. Right-hand drive, a big white steering wheel. Gorgeous, right? Yeah, so the manufacturers are setting up today. This is, of course, Hennessy. And this is the Venom F5. And then they have, well, not that one, but this one over here. They've got some under reps. And these are American made. I think they're made in Texas, if I'm not mistaken. Super cool, huh? Your American 200 plus mile per hour Hennessy's. Isn't that nice? The identifiers are not even in yet, but it's so cool. See it? Great color, too. Awesome. Another Myers Minx speed buggy here. Wow, wow, wow. Grand National. What is this thing? GTX? GX? Yeah. GNX 244. There you go. That was close. The Monte Carlo SS's, the GNX Grand Nationals. Super cool. This one from Kansas. Must be Hoovies, I'm thinking. Probably Hoovies. So yeah, I think pretty much a lot of very, very well-known YouTubers are gonna be here. Of course, you know, Drivin Ivan. I hope you know me. I hope you've subscribed. I hope you'll search any car in Drivin Ivan. But yeah, Hoovie should be here. He was at Amelia. I get to see a lot of the people. Kind of interesting to talk to them, see what they're like in person. And some people just said to me, "Hey, you're Drivin Ivan." And I was like, "Yes, I am." It was nice that they had watched my videos. They just watched my Cavallino Classic video. How about that? And here we have a Curtis, which looks like it's been run in the Amelia. That's pretty cool, right? Looks like Vento drove it. Looks kind of like a Cunningham, in my eyes, in a way. 2021 Bell Lexus North Scottsdale Copper State 1000. Looks like it's been around and looks like it's well used with the knockoff wheels. I wouldn't mind spending a day driving this around. Some nice twisties out in the country. Yeah, ideal. Curtis, this is back in the day, you know, kind of like the Allards where they'd throw big engines, like Cadillac engines in the Allards. That's really what inspired Carroll Shelby to build the Shelby and take the AC and turn it into the Cobra. So it's cars like this one that inspired him in the Allard. By the way, watch my Pete Brock interview in front of the Cobra Daytona, the real Cobra Daytona. That's a really cool video. I also just interviewed James Glickenhaus too, as a matter of fact. But yeah, this one is pretty cool there. Prepping it. Rashio Pagani, I told you all about that, about him earlier. He used to work for Lamborghini. You know, the people you meet when you're at a car show. This kid knows everything about these new cars, like the Jenko over there. Tell them where to find you. You got like 1 billion followers on the TikTok, don't you?
Yeah, so my TikTok
Geo is his name.
I have 2 TikToks. My main one is F90 Sashi, and then my other one would be Filmed by Geo.
And you know, he's got like 1 billion followers on there. But I figured I'd promo him because, you know, we had a cool chat about cars, and we were just talking about the Jesco over there. Tell them about the Jesco. Tell them everything you know about the Jesco.
I think the Jesco is super cool. Its absolute version actually supposedly would be the fastest car in the world, right behind the new Wang Yang or Yang Wang, whatever it's called.
Yeah, I've seen that one. So how fast is the fastest car in the world?
Well, actually, I believe the Yang Wang is supposed to go 299, 298, but they haven't done a top speed run yet because I don't know what they're doing over there in China, but they're really holding us up.
And what about the Koenigsegg? How fast is that going to go?
I believe 280 something. I don't know, 290.
All right, there you go. Gio's giving you the knowledge from a Gen A. He's Gen A. He thought it was a Gen Z, and I was like, nope, sorry, incorrect. But anyway, watch his stuff, and you'll like it. And of course, search any car in Drivin Ivan. Have you smashed that like button and subscribed yet? Really helps my algorithm. Bugatti Chiron, named after the famed racing driver back in the day. So cool, green and black. Funny, I have a song called Black and Green. I do, look it up on YouTube. Watch all my original music videos that I have, like Free Your Mind. Show a lot of my car collection in that video. And I play all the instruments too, and I wrote the songs, so that's kind of cool. I love the Safari 911. I also do covers of songs like Hotel California, Stairway to Heaven days. I play all the instruments. Look at that. Wow, that's pretty cool, huh? Tempestia. But yeah, Brescia Pagani, the real deal. Koenigsegg, Jesko. Really nice car. Really, really quick. But I was talking about the Aero there with Gio. We both agreed we like this better in terms of looks. Again, my favorite car of this ilk is the Speedtail, actually. The Speedtail, McLaren, why not? But Pagani's are beautiful. It shows, you know, the history, Lamborghini, the carbon fiber. Stunning, huh? Right. Now the C is silent in this car. It says Zinger, and they cost like $3 million. It's got the tandem seating, and I show you these in the Prestige Imports video. But yeah, tandem seating all the way across, and here we go with a nice Pagani driving by. Somebody as well. Let you hear the engine. You won't hear much as it's cruising along here, but nice to see it in motion. Poetry in motion, right? Everybody's out here doing their videos today. Nice to see that. The next generation of YouTubers and TikTokers. There you go. The Utopia. Sounding good, looking good. Here on the lawn at Moda Miami. But yeah, this Safari 911 is definitely my cup of tea. I love that. Cayenne S, meaning it's a V8.
Oh, it is?
Lifted, looking good with the OZ rally wheels. You see a lot of these on Lancias. Want to know what it's like to drive the Lancia Delta Integrale? Of course you do. Well, search Drivin Ivan. Other cool cars I've reviewed recently are the Renault Sport Spider, Lotus Prototype, Lotus Elan, early Porsche here. Got sort of the 912 wheels on it. GTC4 Lusso. Yeah, I'm just going to walk you through and show you some of the cool cars back here. Like I said, here it is. Sorry for the wind. Gordon Murray Automotive. I'll tell you about the cool car reviews that I've done lately. I'll finish that conversation, but first I have to talk about this. Basically, T50. Basically, a redoing of the McLaren F1. And, wow, stunning, huh? What do you think? XXN 163 on the tag from Georgia. Wow, that is kind of awesome, huh? It's got a turbine back there. That'll make it hug the road, right? Wow. Do you like it? Do you like it? I love it. Good color too. Gordon Murray Automotive. Wow. What an absolute stunner. Okay, on to more cars that I've reviewed lately. Beatserini 5300 Strada. As I said, 72 Ferrari 365 GTC4. Ferrari 550 Maranello, which I call the best used Ferrari on the market right now, in my opinion. In terms of price, value, and joy of driving and everything like that. The wind is coming in. I'm going to block it a little bit, hopefully, so you can hear me talking. What else have I reviewed lately? The ISO Revolta, Monteverde, High Speed. Great. Diablo GT. They were making this at the factory when I first visited in 1993. 6-liter V12. This one is from Curated. We are Curated. I just gave you a tour of their entire facility the other day, so I hope you'll watch that too. I also show you this EB110 Bugatti, but look at this. Wow, nobody is around these Ferraris, so I'm going to take the chance and do it. Look at that. 330. As I try to figure out which models these are. Man, I used to have them all memorized. Is this actually open? Can I show you the 12? Oh, I can. Okay. There you go. The heart of the Ferrari. Look, it's got 2 oil filters. Colombo V12 engine. It is an entrant H-gate. Looking beautiful. It is a long wheelbase. 275 maybe? I don't. It's tough to say. But this is a 330. This would have been the car that like the Beatles got into. John Lennon had one, and his was blue, a little darker. This is like a kind of light silver, blue, green. But yeah, John Lennon's was actually blue, and just stunning, huh? Look at that. 330. And then looks like a Tour de France over there, that one. Wow. So great to see these Ferraris. Just a couple more to go. Cars behind me, and this is a heck of a way to end it, isn't it? Wow. Stunning. This is just beautiful. You know, back in the day when these cars really did not drive you, you drove them. No power steering, but just steering feel and looks, stunning looks. I think they should really start reflecting some of these shapes in newer Ferraris. I mean, they kind of have. I mean, the A12 is, you know, like the classic front engine V12 layout like these, but a little different. There goes that Safari Porsche. But wow, just look at these cars as compared to the ones I just showed you, the supercars out there, the Bugattis, the Koenigsegg's. Just a different era. Oh, I just thought of another car I reviewed. This one made me remind myself of it. Bugatti EB110 with a nice new flower display just added to it. She's the florist. Wow. Okay, so the car I was referring to is there's a Messerschmitt, but you've got the Beetle here, and that is a oval window. So I'll tell you it's 1957 or before on this one, because they stopped the last year for the oval window, I believe, was 1957. So, you know, you saw what America was doing with the fins and the this and the that, and, you know, this was the people's car, a simple car, actually. I think I'm going to do a history of this car at one point, because this and the, you know, it was actually not really controversy, but there's a different story than you've been told on it. Let's just say that. I think I'm going to do a video on it. But anyway, this is similar to the BMW Isetta that I reviewed, which was actually built by Issa. Same guy that brought you the Griffo. But yeah, Trojan. Well, I thought it was it's kind of it might be the Italian version. There was an Italian version of this car earlier, and they seem to dig it. It's pretty cool. But yeah, search Drivin Ivan and BMW Isetta, and you'll see my driving review of that car. They're very unique. It's basically a refrigerator on wheels. In fact, it was a refrigerator manufacturer that made it, ISO built refrigerators, so there you go. He also built scooters and other things too. So there you have it. But they're liking it. I don't see why not. But this is kind of a safari Volkswagen. I don't see the year, but it is, as I said before, 1957. Beautiful Rolls Royce. Back to this Auburn here. We're coming full circle. It's a 180. I'll just call it maybe a Chrysler LeBaron. It's a Packard. That's why I never guess a car before I actually know. But of course, Chrysler had the LeBaron also. This is beautiful. In two-tone, silver and blue. Left-hand drive, of course. Wow. Real timepiece. These cars attracting a lot of attention here, as they should. Cadillac V8. $1931 from Virginia. Oh, I like that. Okay, so there you go. Wrapping things up here from the RM Sotheby's auction coverage and a little bit of Moda Miami. As you saw, checking out these great cars. And this, of course, the Gordon Murray. So thank you so much for watching. Search any car in Drivin Ivan. And I hope the wind's not killing me right here. But yeah, I hope you will watch all these videos I've been telling you about. Beatles in London and Liverpool is another good one to watch. Also, Jim Morrison's Life and Death in Paris. Jimi Hendrix's Life and Death and Lady Friends in London. U2 in Dublin, Ireland. And what else? We got my music videos where I play all the instruments. I think I mentioned it before. Purple Haze, Stairway to Heaven, Rancid, Time Bomb, a bunch of REM songs, Laughing, Losing My Religion. I play mandolin on that one too. Maggie May, they say, yeah, Hotel California. That's not exactly like that building, but it has a look like that. Other videos too. Left Bank, Pretty Ballerina I do, Squeeze, Another Nail for My Heart. I have a whole channel, INKvideo, on YouTube where I just play acoustic songs. My music videos recently are Every Day on the Beach is a good one. I'll Never Tell, Down, 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 Past Relations, What Would I Say, Taken, and Past Relations, yes, that's a good one. You should watch that. What Would I Say as well. Thank you so much for watching. Search any car in Drivin Ivan. What does Drivin Ivan drive? I bought the cheapest Porsche 911. I tell you what I paid for my 1982 Targa as the wind picks up here. I'll say goodbye here from the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Biltmore. And a couple more looks at the cars that I really, really, really want to drive out of here. Yes, sirree, Bob. I'll take any of those. Okay, yeah, there you go. This is the one. I just want to drive it straight on out of here. So cool. Only 30 made. So, yeah. Stunning, beautiful. Thanks for watching. Do smash that like button and subscribe. Buy me a coffee if you like this video. Thanks for watching. I am Drivin Ivan.